live. So let's take the card off the screen, put me there, go side by side and change the layout, the theme over to this one and apply. And there we have it. I'm live and side by side with the image, which is the show, my new show card. This broadcast will now go out every day on Amazon Live, Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m. On Monday, I'm live with Nick Wood. On Thursday, I'm live with Marco Novo, and it's all about, well, let's start off. I had to refresh earlier, so I'm going to go down to my menu and try and find Lights, Camera, Action October, which we've done. So welcome to the show. And this is indeed Lights, Camera, Action. Okay, now, during the course of this broadcast, what I'm going to be talking about is the following. And during this live broadcast, you'll see things go slightly awry. So I'm going to scroll up. I'm going to take that off screen. So we're talking about camera phones, cameras, microphones, lighting and headphones, everything to do with live broadcasting. And down in the carousel, you can see the items that we're actually going to be using. Thank you for joining me and watching live on Amazon Live. And I'm going to take that off again. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be one of the, you know, when you have, let's come back to me, and hopefully I shall appear on screen in a second. When you have, you know, when you're going to have one of those days, you can just sense it. And this is one such day. So hang around and you may find out what it's like when a broadcast doesn't go exactly according to plan. Right, but I do want to say something first. And if I go over here, I can bring this on screen, he said. Okay, I just need to find it. It's hiding. I had it earlier. Right, okay, just to say, I'm going to hide that. Tomorrow I'm going to be joined, just so we know in advance, same time by Marco Novo, and his Lights, Camera, Action, and that will be an amazing show with Marco and I. And this promises to be a good show as soon as I can get everything in order. So, right, okay, that's the one I wanted. So I'm going to show this on screen. I'm going to hide Marco. I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches live on Amazon Live. Since I started back in July, I've had a blast to actually be able to come here and to talk about lights, camera, and action. And incredibly, in August and September, my Amazon Live broadcasts were viewed 112,000 times. So from the bottom of my heart, to everybody who does watch me live, I'd just like to say a big, big thank you. It's an incredible number. I mean, I've been broadcasting for 6 years, done over 2,000 broadcasts on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and my website. But this is the first time that I've had such viewing figures. And over to Chris, who is saying, hello, Stephen. And Chris is in Belgium. Chris and I will be live on air at 12 p.m. Eastern today on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and not Twitch, but Twitter and the website. Okay, so hello, Chris. Thank you for commenting. It must mean also that's my signal from Chris in Belgium that everything's working right and you can actually hear me, because occasionally you do get problems with the microphone. Now, this is very important. I'm going to start off here. And again, thank you to everybody. Okay, I may show that later in the show as well. When you do go live, before you go live, what you must do is test. Now, it doesn't matter how long you've been broadcasting, it doesn't matter how many shows you've done, you've got to treat every show as special. And this show today is obviously special because we've got off to a start, and we're now actually up and running, and things are starting to come together. But this is because I tested this morning. Now, why should you test? Because software changes. Okay, software does change. Not you. You've got the same camera, you've got the same microphone, you've got the same lighting, but things do change. So on the morning of a broadcast, I just spend 5 minutes doing a recording, making sure that my camera is working, which it is. This is a Logitech Brio, by the way, which you can find down in the carousel. I'll come back to the carousel in a moment. And testing out the microphone. Now, I'm just using the Audio Technica AT2020, which is down in the carousel. And if you want to check it out, I've been using it for about 15 months now, and it was recommended to me. And that's the best way to find out the best microphone, is to get it recommended to you. So test video and audio before you go live, so that you know that when you go live, everything is going to work. Okay. The last thing you want is to have crackly sound where people go and watch something else. That's not good. So check your sound, make sure it's working. Check your video, make sure it's working. If you're going to use any assets on the screen, like this one, I told you I'd show it again, then make sure that the images. Now, I'm broadcasting, just so you know, I know the majority of broadcasts actually use OBS, but I'm broadcasting from software called BeLive, and that's, if whenever you see that logo, it means that it is a BeLive broadcast. Now, next week sees BeLive's 5th birthday, and I just noticed, this is a world premiere, by the way, come back to me. I just noticed that there are some new toys. Don't we love new toys? Okay, so let's take the logo off. I'll bring it back later. So I'm going to remove the logo, and I can put an overlay on screen. Now, these, I'm not sure whether these are embargoed or not, but you're going to see them anyway. These are the new BeLive overlays. I haven't seen them myself yet, so I don't know what they look like. They're in miniature. Okay, so let's go with the first overlay and apply. Okay, so that's the first overlay applied, and you can see the BeLive logo you saw earlier. You can see the balloons and cake. They're ready for next week when BeLive celebrates its 5th birthday, as is explained there. Okay, so I'm using BeLive. BeLive has the ability to do overlays, and these are the 2 new overlays which you'll be seeing a lot of when the BeLive birthday is officially announced. Okay, so this is a silent pre-announcement of BeLive's 5th birthday, and to have been broadcasted. I did my first live broadcast on BeLive on October 16th, 2016, which was the day after Animura of Repurpose.io announced it to the world. It was quite amazing. We'd been using Facebook Live and been going live solo, just one person on screen. And then BeLive came along on October 15th, 2016, with this software, which not only allowed you to go 2 people on screen, but also allowed you to show comments on screen. Okay, and thank you for the comment. Now, I'll come back to that in a minute. And comments like Chris's. Okay, and we can show Chris's name, we can show Chris's picture. Well, that's not Chris. I've got to say this. That's not Chris. And there are people watching on BeLive in the Facebook group, in my Facebook group, and up above in the text, you'll see the word more, and underneath that is a link. If you click that link, then I'll be able to show your picture and your name on screen when I show you comments. Now, you may have done this before, but Facebook have said that this is a time thing and you have to reauthorize every so often. We don't know what the so often is. We just know that you have to reauthorize. So along came BeLive in October 2016, 2 people on screen, and you could show comments on screen and people could interact. And just by the time I went live the day after, it had taken off. But I just got to say this, I was the first person in the UK to actually broadcast on Be Live. That's my claim to fame. I'm still broadcasting on Be Live 5 years later and involved in Be Live and happy to be so. But they changed the way that we broadcast, because they went from 2 people on screen to 3 people on screen, then 4 people on screen. They introduced the ability to show images. So I can show an image on screen and take myself off solo. And hopefully this is going to go right. I'm going to hide that one. Okay. The ability to actually show images on screen was introduced. Now I'm going to hide that because last time I did that, got into bother. So hopefully I'm still broadcasting. Images on screen. And over the years, there have been enhancements which help us on live selling. And there are going to be more announcements next on October 20th, when it's Billy's 5th birthday, and things will happen. And I know a couple of things, but I'm not saying a word. All you can do, or you should do, is to watch out for Be Live on the 20th of October. And between now and then, you will see some special offers. I've seen one today, a special offer from Be Live for new subscribers. Okay, take that off, come back to me. Okay, right, so that's Be Live. There are another team involved in my broadcast today who I do want to say thank you to. And it is, to me, it's important to acknowledge this live broadcast, as I said earlier, is coming from Be Live, and start broadcasting today is the message. And also, I'm going out on my website. I'm going out to my website using content distribution software from OneStream. Okay, now let me show you that. I'm live on Amazon Live at the moment, for which I'm grateful, but I'm also live on my website. And if I go, and for a moment, forgive me, if I go and share screen, then I should be able to show you, hopefully. And back to me. I'm sharing screen, and I'm going to bring the screen share on screen. And there you have it. And I'm going to go picture in picture that way around. I'm going to shrink myself. And if I change the theme, that should shrink me. Okay, so you can see more of the screen. Now, this is, there is a delay between what appears on the web and what actually appears on the live broadcast. And that's what you're seeing now. And eventually they will catch up with each other. And I've turned off the sound, hopefully. Turned off the sound now. So if there was any sound coming from that tab, you certainly shouldn't hear it now. Broadcasting on your website is important because that's where your customers are. If you've got a website and the website has a blog post like this one, you can embed your live video into the website and you can broadcast on your website. So you can tell people that you're going to go live at 9 a.m. Eastern. Over to Chris. Okay, and just to show that this is live, comment from Chris that says, congrats, Stephen, to be the first person in the UK broadcasting Be Live. Thank you. It just seems like yesterday, Chris. And Chris, again, everything is okay. Good. Right. Okay. I tried to get this right. And congratulations. Thank you. If you stream to your website, you're attracting traffic. People are not watching you anywhere else. Well, apart from Amazon Live, of course. I mean, watching on Amazon Live is, to me, very important. And I'm grateful that you're actually watching now. But we now have the technology used by CNN, by CNBC, by CBS to actually go live on our own websites. And that is what is magical. And it's also cost effective. And I just want to say this whilst I just hide that. Come back to me. Going live on your website is very cost effective. Right. You're going to ask me now how much it costs. I'm going to tell you. Going live on your website costs you from $50 a month. Now, when you compare that $50 to your advertising budget, it's certainly affordable, because if you think of how many adverts you could get for $50 a month on Facebook or YouTube, and then you think of how many views you can get on your website or on Amazon Live, it's the same technology I'm using to go to Amazon Live today. You think, well, why am I not broadcasting on my website? And it's a good question. It is technically possible. It's simple and straightforward to do. I've done a video. I did a video for OneStream Live. If I can find the picture, I will show you the picture. Yes, I found the picture. Okay. And I'm going to take myself solo. I'm just going to hide the web page for a moment. I did a broadcast for OneStream, who allow you to go live on your own website. Okay. And this broadcast was all about how to broadcast to your website with OneStream. And it simply works. You two-part setup. Everything that you need to do is described in this video. You don't need to go there now. Please, let's stay on Amazon Live. But if you go and watch this video afterwards on somewhere else, beginning with Y, then you'll have all the information you actually need to go live to your website with OneStream. Step-by-step guide, nothing missed out. This is not an overview. This tells you everything you need to know to go live on your website. And again, I'm grateful to be on Amazon Live today, and I'm enjoying myself, and hopefully you are too. And I'm also glad to actually be with, not only just with Be Live, but with OneStream as well. Okay, so you see that it calls me a guru. I'm by no definition of a guru. All I am is I'm one step ahead. That's all you need ever be, is one step ahead, and keep up to date and be one step ahead of everybody else, and then let every other person call you a guru. So I'm eternally grateful to OneStream for the ability to broadcast in their Facebook group, and for calling me a guru. Okay, because I've got to tell you, being a guru does not happen every day. Okay, now if I go over and hide that and show this in the stream, then you can see that we're still live on the web page, and it's about 20-30 seconds behind us, which is the processing time that it takes between leaving my Be Live studio, going to the Be Live servers, going out to OneStream, and then going to the website and to Amazon Live. So we're live with one show in the same place. Using the same technology, I broadcast together with Nick Wood and Marco Novo. And it's a very old technology called RTMP, Real-Time Messaging Protocol, which transfers video, audio, and data. And the video I talked about earlier will tell you how to do it step by step. So that's basically what I do. I'm going to hide that for a moment. In fact, I'm going to stop sharing because I can share again later. But just to say that this, as you, now you can see it properly, this broadcast that you're watching on Amazon is also live on the website. Okay. And it's magical. I still, to this day, I'm in awe of the fact that it actually all works together, and it's easy and simple to do. And my shout out to Be Live and to, you know, to the InVideo logo top right. I don't know where that came from. Broadcasting for InVideo tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, all things being equal. But that's broadcasting to your website, which I feel is important. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing, which will bring everything back to me. Now, if you do sort of stay for a moment or two, I just want to explain a couple of things This show is about camera, microphone, lighting, and headphones, everything in between. And you'll find out how to get the most out of your camera, how to get the best out of your microphone, what lighting you should have, and which earbuds or headphones you should use. When you're broadcasting solo, it's not a problem. There is no echo. But if you're broadcasting with more than one person on screen, then the situation is you might get echoing, and you want to remove that. And the way to do that is with headphones. Okay, as you've just seen, I'm going to go to my next scroll. My interests include desktop and mobile broadcasting, live selling, and broadcasting to our website. Now, what I'm doing now is live selling. In the coming weeks, you'll see Live Selling Plus, thanks to Be Live. Live Selling Plus is coming to a screen near us. That's all I'm saying. That's a subtle hint. So what I'm about is desktop and mobile broadcasting. I used to be just desktop, but now I go out and about with my camera and my gimbal, and I record 20-25 minute videos, all of which are on YouTube, by the way, and broadcasting to websites. And you've just seen a live broadcast to a website. So as well as talking the talk, we're actually walking the walk. Now, this is important, especially as you're on Amazon Live. If you've got any questions, then please do ask in the comments. When you make a comment, I don't get to know your details. You are still anonymous to me. I just get your name that you're using in Amazon, or anonymous. I have no way of actually following up. Okay, this is not a marketing exercise. This is an information exercise. And there are two things that you can do whilst I'm broadcasting. One of them is, well, three things. One of them is to comment, okay? And if you ask a question, then I do get a copy of the comments after the broadcast, and I can go and go through them and then try my best to contact you. One of the things you can do, and I don't say this too often, is that you can click the follow button, which on Amazon Live you'll find underneath the screen. Okay. Now, if you do click the, right, I don't want to ask, if you do click the follow button, the only thing that happens is the next time I go live, you'll be told I'm going live. You'll get a 10-minute notification saying Stephen is live. This is his topic. We'd like to join him. Click this link to do so. If you don't click the link, nothing happens. How many emails will you get a week? 4. Okay. And if you join me on any of those, then I will be eternally grateful. So if you've got questions, please ask me in the comments. Okay. Now, I've got to say here that if I don't know the answer, I know that people do. After 5 years broadcasting, or 6 really, because we started before Be Live, I have a group of friends, amongst whom I count Chris to be a very good friend, and we all help each other. Okay, it's a very supportive group of people that all know each other, get on and answer each other's questions and support each other's broadcasts. And again, even if I don't know who you are at the moment, I will find out afterwards though. Okay. Right, let's go to the carousel for a moment. And what I'm going to do, say hello to Chris. And Chris is saying, for me, you are more than a guru. You changed my life with the dream of live streaming. Thank you, Chris. That was an amazing broadcast. I mean, I interviewed Chris, and Chris is just the most brilliant person, supportive person to all broadcasters, and a great broadcaster in her own right, as you can find out at 12 p.m. Eastern today, 5 p.m. in the UK, at 6 p.m. in Belgium, of course. And I just want to say thank you to Chris. Now, if you're watching me live, thank you. And if you're on Amazon Live, thank you even more. And I've got a logo on screen. I know where it came from now. Okay, I'm going to remove it. That logo is for InVideo, and InVideo is quite possibly one of the best short form business video creation tools I've seen. Now, I'm slightly biased because I broadcast for them on Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. in the UK. but I'm going to take their logo off for a moment. And if I go to logos and I go there, then the logo goes off and it's back to me. So as you just joined us, my interests include desktop and mobile broadcasting, live selling and broadcasting to our website, which I showed a moment ago, and I will show again. And if you have any questions and you're watching me live on Amazon, if you're watching on Facebook, I can see the comments. If you're watching in the live video hub group on Facebook, I can see the comments and show them on screen, as I did with Chris's earlier. But if you have any questions on Amazon, please do ask in the comments. There will be no follow-up other than reading the comment out, okay, and answering your question about live broadcasting on desktop and mobile. Okay, so if you've got any questions, please do ask. Okay. Right, why should we live broadcast? And why do we need the kit that's down in the carousel? Okay, we're going to come to that. Broadcasting live is the best way to deliver your message to social media. Now, if I want to do something here, I'm going to try this. Bear with me a moment. Do not adjust your sets. I'm going to edit that and I'm going to change it into a title. Right. Okay. So now it's static and it's not scrolling by. I can actually read it in one go. Broadcasting live is the best way to deliver your message on social media. Okay. When you think about it, and let's just cast our minds back. Okay. Let's go back. Take the time machine, go backwards. When I started doing this, I was in 2005, 2006. I was a member of a British networking site called Academy, which was Facebook before Facebook, but a very British version. And you could post pictures, you could write text, you could have forums or groups, as we call them now. And then along came Twitter. And Twitter allowed us to tell a story in 140 characters. And now it's 280 characters. And we can embed links and images. But all the time, people were saying, what you must do is have your own website and your own blogs. Okay. Because blogging is the best way to reach an audience. That is still true. Blogging, my friends Sarah and Kevin Arrow, I've been doing a course, 30-day blogging challenge course since that time. And comments going to come up automatically in 5, 4, 3. Right, and a question from Chris. How can we make a podcast with Be Live? Okay, I'll take that next, just for a minute. Chris, what will be a sec? Sarah and Kevin Arrow have been running a 30-day blogging challenge since the 2000s. And blogging is still one of the best ways to reach your audience. If you blog on a regular basis 1, 2, or 3 times a week, and you tweet it out, and you post it on Facebook, you post it on Instagram, post it everywhere, then it's a permanent document which is about your passions. Okay, you actually blog about your passions. Well, you can also broadcast about your passions. Broadcasting live is the best way to deliver your message. This has superseded, to a certain extent, blogging. Okay, going live is the best way of creating content there has ever been. Okay, I'm going to put my hand up in a minute to doing something, well, forgetting to do something. After this broadcast, I can take this content, not leave the Be Live site, and I can edit the content. And this is where the apology to Chris comes in. I was asked to do a section on green screens last week, because on the show last week I did a green screen demonstration. I'm going to edit that. I will do it, Chris. I will do it, Chris. I'm not forgotten, but you just jog my memory. Over to Chris's question. So broadcasting live is the best way to reach your audience. No doubt about that. And simulcasting, going live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and your website, which we can do now for upwards of $50 a month. You can build an audience. Okay. How can we make a podcast with Be Live? Okay, now I'm broadcasting, as we said. Let's just do this because I can. We're celebrating. I'm broadcasting on Be Live, and the logo's down at the bottom there on the left and right with the balloons and the 5. I'm broadcasting on Be Live, and Be Live records in high definition every single broadcast. Okay, so I can take the high definition broadcast after and repurpose it everywhere using OneStream, of course. At the same time as creating the video, Be Live also stores the audio. And it's as an AAC file, high quality audio. You can then download the audio to your local hard drive and then upload it to your podcast site, and you've got a free choice. I mean, I'm on Podbean, but you download the audio from my broadcasts on Be Live, and the audio is there. You could download the audio, take it into Audacity, and edit it before you upload it to your upload it to your podcast. I'm being distracted by flags and balloons. Just a minute. Let's switch the flags and balloons off. Okay, I didn't mean to distract myself, but it often happens, as you probably tell from watching this broadcast. I just want to say thank you. You're watching. Thank you for watching Stephen live from Wiltshire in England. If you don't know where Wiltshire is, then think of Stonehenge. I'm about 110, 115 miles away from London, sort of between London and Cornwall, Bude. Okay. One of the things that I do use when I'm editing the video, I'm looking for it at the moment, and one of those things is when I look for something, can I find it, can I not? I actually use a product called Time Bolt. Once I've got the video, I use Time Bolt to check out the, well, you know, when you're talking like I'm talking now, I'm talking live, okay, and I don't know what I'm going to say next, neither do you. Basically, every so often during a live broadcast, what is going to happen is the broadcaster, the host of the show, is going to go quiet for no other reason than that they've distracted themselves. Time Bolt takes out the distractions, okay? It takes out when you're quiet. It takes out the, we all have, when we're thinking, we say, well, just a minute. It takes out the ums as well. So the whole thing flows freely. Okay, so yes, the podcast, just trying to go back to Chris's question, and thank you for posting it on Be Live too. The podcast is already made. All you need to do is download it, edit it if you wish, and upload to your podcast site. Okay, and I might get back into podcasting, but thank you to everybody who's watching live. And over to the comments again. And this is going to show. Thanks so much, Stephen. Podcasting can be a solution for students who are afraid to be seen on screen on Facebook. That's true. That's true. And that's a good point. If you are, for any reason, you don't want to appear on screen, then you can just basically do the audio, switch your camera off. Yeah, and just record no audio. And you don't have to go live even, because you can just do a recording and have the audio afterwards. So you can either go live and have a recording, or you can just record and have the recording, which sort of makes sense. Okay, so thank you, Chris, for the questions. And I'm going to move on now. I think I got to the bottom of everything. You're watching Stephen Healey on Amazon. That's going to scroll. I know it's going to scroll. What do you think it's going to say? You're watching Steve Healey on Amazon Live. Okay, now what I'm going to do, no, I'm not. No, I've changed my mind on what I'm going to do. Right, okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to hopefully start a piece of software and then take you on a tour of the equipment. But whilst I set that up, one of the things that both Chris and I have is these. And these are, well, rather than actually, I'm going to tell you about them if I can find the video. Yes, I can. So I'm bringing a video on screen. And whilst I sort of do things behind the scenes to actually get the next section of the broadcast ready, this is a short overview of Aftershocks headphones, which you'll find down in the carousel. And I'm going to tell you about the benefits of Aftershocks headphones. So the featured item in the carousel at the moment is the Aftershocks headphones. Let me tell you more about them whilst I try and get something working in the background. So I'm going to put that full screen, and I'm going to switch off my microphone. Trex titanium headphones are lightweight and very, very effective because they go over, they're open ear, they go over the ear, and that means that once you're wearing them, you can hear what's going on. If you've got somebody to the side of you, behind you, you can actually hear what's going on. You can hear the traffic, you can hear all the noises around you, but you can concentrate on the music or the podcast that you're actually playing. Now, they last 6 hours on a 1.5 hour battery charge. You can make and receive phone calls. They are practical. They're coated, so they are rainproof and sweatproof. I use them daily, and they're just good sound and quite probably the best headphones that I've actually tried, because I've tried many over the years, wired. These are Bluetooth, but wired, unwired, and these are the best that I've actually found because they are so simple, easily rechargeable. They pair on Bluetooth, simple and straightforward. Making phone calls is straightforward. You can voice dial. Receiving calls you can do with one button. So if you're looking for a pair of headphones and you do go out and about and you go walking, jogging, running or cycling, then these are the headphones that you should actually consider because they are so well crafted and practical and good quality. Thank you for listening. And I'm just right. Okay, I'm back. Okay, that was a struggle. I'm going to come back to me, but you can hear me, which means the broadcast is continuing, and I'm back live on screen, still with these headphones. Okay, now you need headphones, well, all the time really, but the beauty of these headphones, as I said in the video, is that they are over the ear and they're bone conducting headphones. And the beauty of that is that it means you can still hear people stood next to you, you can hear the traffic, you can hear all the noise that's going on around you, you can carry on a conversation. So these are very safety conscious is the thing that I'm looking for. These are a great way. And also the thing is that if you are broadcasting with more than one person on screen, then you do need earbuds. I can wear these for 4 or 5 hours. You forget you've got them on. They're very lightweight. So I'm going to take them off now because I don't need them. You don't need headphones if you're broadcasting on your own, broadcasting solo. Okay, now, whilst that video was playing, I was busy in the background, and this next bit should work. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share again. Okay, these things do take a little bit of setting up. So I've been working away in the background and setting this up, and hopefully in a second it'll come through here and I can go over here and I can share this. I'm going to share. Okay, so there's some sharing going on in the background as I come back to the studio and to you. I'm back. Okay, all's good. And over to Chris. Right, okay, we've got a video problem. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go there and I'm going to close that. Okay, and hopefully if I select camera, this is live video, anything can happen, and usually does. I'm going to reselect my camera. Okay, and in a second everything should settle down. Okay. Okay, I'm what you call an experimental live broadcaster, and I like trying things which in a production show is perhaps not the best thing to do. So I may do a little more testing of that. I'm still here. I'm going to be back in a moment. I'm back. Okay. Basically, I was trying to bring something into the studio to share with you, but unfortunately it took over memory. I should be back now, and my picture should be as good as it was before. I won't do any more experimenting during this broadcast, I promise. Okay. I might do, well, what I'll do, and probably the best idea really, I should have thought of this before, is to actually do the full show and record it and make sure that there isn't a problem. Okay, so my apologies for the glitch. The thing about live video is that we're forever in a situation where there are so many moving parts to it, and I know that from experience. Okay, let's do a little bit of okay, and comment from Chris. It's okay now. Right, okay, I can now tell you now that it's okay. I can tell you what happened. Okay, basically I have so many tabs open you wouldn't believe. In fact, I'm going to close one of the tabs now. And the other thing was, if I just go here, just give me a second. Just want to do something. Bear with me a moment. I'm not going anywhere. And that didn't work. So, but I'm going to close that tab and come back to me. Okay, right, I'm back. You have my full concentration now. Apologies for that. And hopefully you have a picture. Basically, I was trying to load a piece of software on my machine, and my machine was broadcasting at the time. You should always load it beforehand, before you go live. Presentation software has to load up, and that means that it's going to take part of your bandwidth. And if it takes part of your bandwidth, then it's going to mess with your picture. And this is basically what you saw just 3 or 4 minutes ago, was basically bad internet. Because what was happening is I've got a presentation which has 10 browser windows in it, and they all fired at the same time, and that affected the signal that's being sent out. So, lesson learned: set it up beforehand, start it before you go live, and then you can show the magic on screen. To everybody who's watching me live, I'd like to say thank you. And just if you just joined me, I'm blessed that you joined me, and I just want to say thank you again, just whilst we're here, and hopefully this will work. I'm going to hide that. I don't need that. And again, I'm going to show this again. In August and September, my live broadcasts were viewed 112,000 times. I don't know who the viewers were. I never will, but I'm just eternally grateful that so many people are actually tuning into my live broadcasts, and I want to say thank you. And the best way to do it is to appear on screen and just say it. Okay, I don't think we say thank you often enough. This is nothing to do with the overall show, but I think the thing is that especially we Brits are modest. And earlier somebody called me, one stream called me a guru. I'm not a guru. I just stay one step ahead. But I'm blown away by the fact that so many people actually watch this broadcast. What I'm trying to do from my 6 years in live broadcasting is to share what I've learned with you. And if you've got any idea, if you want to share with me, then please do. Please make a comment. Okay. But the fact that so many people are actually getting involved in my broadcasts and watching my broadcasts is an amazing thing. Because as I say, this is the power of live video. This is when I said a few moments ago that I'm going to try and find it. Broadcasting live is the best way to deliver your message on social media. It so is. There is no other way like this at all. To go live on social media and to talk about your passions. I mean, my passion is live broadcasting, but I enjoy watching shows where people are passionate about a topic and learning at the same time as watching. And live video allows us to do that. We all have the ability to go live. I mean, whether you've got a mobile phone or the swishest of swish desktop setups, you can actually go live. Now, if you've been thinking about going live, okay, if you've been thinking about going live, featured down the carousel. Okay, word about the carousel. The carousel is items that I own, mainly, at least 75% I own, items that I would like to own. And in this particular case, this is special. This is a book called Confidence on Camera by my good friend, Lottie Hearn. Now, Lottie and I broadcast together, and we've become good friends over the years. Lottie wrote this book. She started on television in Hong Kong in 1992, and this book is a distillation of everything she learned in the following years. And it's a brilliant book. I dip into it for inspiration and for help. It's helped me with my live broadcasting. When I started live broadcasting, excuse me a moment, I used to broadcast like this. Okay, now you can't hear me very well, and I seem to be smaller. Well, I am smaller. And when you start broadcasting, the thing is, excuse me a moment, the thing is, oh, got it. Okay, I'm not going to move anymore now. I just want to prove the point that when you start broadcasting, you start small, and you literally start small, so that you're part of the screen. Okay, the small part of the screen. As you get more confidence, then you become a presence on the screen, and you reach beyond the screen, and you project yourself, and you get people to listen. Now, this is a learned skill. Live video has been around since 2000, well, it's been around forever, but it started to take off in 2015 with Blab. We are able now to go live from our mobile phones or from our desktops. This show is about going live from either of those and about broadcasting to your website. Okay. If you've not broadcast before, then this book that's featured in the carousel at the moment, which if you click it, I may get a small commission, but you won't pay any extra. By clicking anything in the carousel, you will not pay any extra. In actual fact, what I want to do is this. You saw a moment ago. I'm just going to go over to it is Belive's fifth birthday next week, just so you know, and I'm broadcasting on Belive today. Okay, right. You never saw that. That's embargoed until next week, but I've got it in my studio, so I showed it. If I bring something else up on screen, let's see, what shall I pick up? What's that one? I've got so many things in my studio. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to bring this on screen. Okay, I'm still a guru. The other stream I did for OneStream is how to broadcast on Amazon Live with OneStream, which is what I'm doing today. So there is a video about how I am doing this and how you can do it too. And if you're just getting started, then now is the time. Now I'm going to time to learn. I'm going to change the format for a moment, and I'm going to change the theme and apply the theme. This is my favorite theme. It's the ability to actually change. Now, if I go over to overlays, when it comes to designing overlays, I can best be described as graphically challenged. Okay, I admit it. But with Canva, I was able to create this, and I was told yesterday that this was a good lower third. So now that Roz has told me this is a good lower third, I can use it in my live broadcasts. Okay, so note, if you're watching live now and you can't hear me, press the unmute button, which is in the bottom of the screen. The other thing you can do, if you're enjoying this live broadcast, is follow me now, not follow us now. Those are two things you can actually do. It doesn't mean you'll see more of my broadcasts if you wish, but it also it's a good thing to do. Really is. I would appreciate it totally if you could just press that follow button. Okay, so I'm going to hide that now. Okay, so I want to remove the overlay. Okay, now I can do all this because I am broadcasting from Be Live. Okay, I'm going to come back to me. Because I'm broadcasting from Be Live, the logo is up there. Okay, and wait until the 20th when Be Live's fifth birthday party takes place. That's all I'm saying. Because there are some things going to happen then. So Lottie is a good friend, and I'm very grateful for her friendship. Now, okay, I'm going to go down to the carousel, and one of the things that is important, of course, is a computer. And I'm going to bring this up on screen. Okay, so featured down the carousel now is the Microsoft Surface Book 2 down the carousel. The broadcast you're watching is being broadcast from a Microsoft Surface Book 2. The beautiful thing about the Surface Book 2 is it is two computers in one. In other words, it is a laptop, obviously, but it's also, in addition to being a laptop, I'm going to show this in screen and it will come side next to me in a second. Okay. I'm going to hide me. Okay. This is the Microsoft Surface Book. I'm going to take the logo off because it's a bit distracting, isn't it? I think. So let's go to the logo and take the logo off screen. And I do that by remembering how to do it. Okay, so the logo's gone. This is the Microsoft Surface Book 2. Yeah. And this is the computer you're actually watching now. 16 gig of RAM, terabyte hard drive, twin graphics processors, which means I can do all sorts of whizzy things. The other thing that I'm actually, hopefully, okay, I'm going backwards. I'm going to go back to the beginning because I actually want to go back to the beginning. Okay, this wonderful piece of kit next to me is on my wish list. I don't own this yet. I've got to be honest. This is the Microsoft Surface Book 3. And I'm going to go down to the carousel and I'm going to highlight the Microsoft Surface Book 3 is highlighted in your carousel now. Now, this is the laptop that is on my wish list. Yeah. It has, in no particular order, 32 gig of RAM, which is enough to have all those tabs open, to be running processes in the background, and it will just, it won't complain. You can do so much with 32 gig of RAM. I mean, I'm on 16 and I'm happy, but I will be ecstatic when I get to 32 gig of RAM. It's got a 1 terabyte hard drive, which is sufficient storage. It's an SSD drive, solid state drive. And most of us live in the cloud anyway at the moment. So 1 terabyte of a hard drive is more than enough to store our needs. And then obviously you can go off to cloud. It's got twin processors, more powerful than on the Surface Book 2. And as you can, it is also 2-in-1. I'll come back. The 2-in-1 is important. This is not just a laptop. Oh no, this is a tablet. The processor is actually in the screen, which means you can detach the screen from the keyboard and it's a tablet. You've now got a tablet which you can carry around. and charge. It works for at least 6 hours on a charge. And as soon as you put it back on, of course, it starts recharging. It recharges naturally whilst you're actually using it as a laptop. But I tell you, when you can have a 13.5 or a 15-inch tablet, it's just totally amazing. This is quality technology. The build quality of all Microsoft tablets is so high. I've had dozens of PCs over the years. I used to be a Samsung man. But I would now, if I was going to buy, when I buy a new laptop, it will be, I can tell you here and now, the Microsoft Surface Book 3. You cannot, you'd be hard pushed to get anything that's better than this particular tablet with its versatility. Yeah. So that's the Microsoft Surface Book 3. Next down in the carousel, as we're talking about product, and I'll show you another video in a moment. We've already talked about the Aftershocks headphones, which are down the carousel. The next thing I want to talk about, I want to come back to me. Okay. Because we're now going to have a practical demonstration. Okay. And this either works or it doesn't. Okay. This better work. Okay. I'm going to flick there. I'm going to bring it on screen. Okay, I'm going to show it on screen there. This, I've got to find a place to put it. That'll do. This is the Microsoft Surface Book mouse, and it works on any computer, but it is designed to fit in with the Microsoft Surface Book 2 and 3. This is just what you want from a mouse. Is first of all, they've got to look good, and this. Does it look like a mouse? No. But if you go like this, theoretically, it becomes a mouse. And then you can hold a mouse, and you've got everything you'd expect to find in a mouse to hand. Okay. So I covered my face up. I should for next time. All right, that leads me on to the next thing. This just the sheer, just for design. I love this, man. I mean, it is very responsive. It doesn't eat batteries. It takes 2 small batteries, and it just works, and it does everything you want it to of a mouse, including moving about the screen as it's doing now, as I check different things. So that's practical point number 1. That's the practical demonstration number 1. And what I'm going to go on to, see how I worked all this together. And I've got a hello, and say hello to Jerry. And hello, Jerry, it's great to see you, and thank you for commenting. Jerry's a good friend, and it's always good when friends actually come past. You'll notice that, right, okay, I best explain the shadow. I'm in the UK, it's probably guessed from my voice, and the sun's shining, and it's October. And I'm going to say this, it's October the 13th. We sat outside today for lunch in England. This is unheard of. Right. Okay. Down in the carousel now, what I was going to say is that when I do this mouse demonstration next, okay, I will actually have to film it. In fact, I'm going to film everything that's down in the carousel. I'm going to do a B-roll for. Okay, that's on the way. But in order to do that, I need a stand. And Chris recommended, Chris who commented earlier, and Chris who's going to be live with me later, who said it's okay now. Thank you, Chris. Recommended this stand. Now this is, I wish I could zoom out. I won't zoom in. No, I'm not good at practical demonstrations, which I need to make these B-rolls. This is the Ipevo. Look, it's a brilliant stand. Okay. And it's worthy of an explanation. So what I'm going to do now, you've guessed, haven't you? I'm going to hide that, come off that, and say, this is one I made earlier. Okay, so rather than me waffling, this hopefully is a succinct appreciation of the Ipevo stand, which I will be using to film my B-rolls for my future Amazon live shows. So I'm going to put it full screen. I'm going to take my microphone off, and then I'm going to press play. And just be kind, this is the first one I ever made. This is my Ipevo Uplift stand, which I use frequently when I want to show my mobile camera on screen. So let's have a look at the Ipevo, and here it is in real life. This is the Ipevo stand. It has joints. It has, first of all, it's got a very solid base. This is a very capable, weighty piece of equipment, and it's not going to fall over. It's got a small footprint, and it has two places you can actually adjust. One is there, and the second is there. And you can adjust the stand, and you can see it's very sturdy. You can adjust the stand, and then your camera, which can be an Android or an iPhone, you can just turn it through 360 degrees until you get the picture you want. Now, if you're doing craft demonstrations, if you're doing cooking demonstrations, then the Apivo Uplift is the piece of kit that you should consider, because it is solidly built, it's got a small footprint, it's got two joints which you can adjust, the camera is capable of going through 360 degrees, and I enjoy using it. It's just a solid piece of kit. When you put it down, it won't fall over. Okay, it's very, very sturdy. So the Apivo has my vote, and well, that's it really. I mean, basically what we're looking for in a stand is that it is stable, it can be positioned, and there are two joints on the Ipevo Uplift which allow you to do that, and you can just set it and forget it. Simple as that. Okay, and you can do all your demonstration, cooking demonstration, drawing demonstration, craft demonstration. This will hold your camera and it will hold it steady. So the Apivo Uplift is my stand of choice when doing demonstrations on live video. Right, okay. I've just noticed that my hair, I'm going to hide that. My hair was shorter then. Okay, and that's not a continuity problem. I filmed that about 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was the first infomercial that I did. I've learned a lot since then, and I'm going to be making more infomercials using the Ipevo stand, which Chris recommended. Recommendation is always brilliant, and you can watch those B-rolls if you follow me on Amazon Live, and I just want to scroll over here. I can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can't. I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to try and pick up something in a second. Okay, so those are 2 products down in the carousel. Now, if you purchase something within the carousel, you just click the link and it takes you straight to the page, give you the full details of the product, and check it out. Okay, check out the reviews. I always go and look at the Amazon reviews. They're most informative, and it gives you an idea. I look at the best reviews and I look at the not so good reviews, and then make my mind up, and then order from Amazon. And everything that I'm talking about today is physically somewhere near me. Okay, now I can't possibly show all of the items that are in the carousel in one broadcast. So what will happen is you'll see different items in different broadcasts, different B-roll movies in different broadcasts, and every time you watch there'll be something new to see. Okay, now if you just joined me recently, then what you'll not have seen, and I'm just going to show it again because I want to move on and close it, but I'm going to share my screen. Okay, and I'm going to go over to a Chrome tab and over to there, and this will work. And this is one of the things that I am most interested in. I'm going to take myself off full screen so you can see me, and I don't want you to see two of me, so I'm going to put that full screen and I'm going to mute it. Okay, you're watching an Amazon Live now, and I want to say thank you for watching an Amazon Live. It means a lot, and hopefully you find this broadcast educational, entertaining and informative, and will help you in your buying decisions on Amazon.com. But as well as going out to Amazon.live, we're going live onto my website. And this broadcast, thanks to OneStream, is actually being broadcast to the website. There's a 30-second delay between what we're seeing on the screen there and what's actually seeing on Amazon Live. That's the processing time. But it is exactly the same broadcast that you're watching on Amazon Live now, and it's on my website. People are watching on my website, which you can, well, I can't put in links out, but you just need to search for it. Okay, so now I can stop that screen share. This, as you can see, it's live, and this is basically going to go picture in picture in a minute, possibly. So before I do, I'm going to stop screen sharing and come back to me. Okay, so we're live on Amazon Live. We're live on my website, and it's all thanks to a little bit of technology, which is here. I'm going to show this in the stream. There is a video on YouTube about how to broadcast your website with OneStream, which I created for OneStream, and you can go over there and you can find out how to do it for yourself. Why? 1, it's your turf. 2, you're working for you, nobody else. 3, people will surf your website instead of surfing other websites. They'll read your blog posts, and if you've got your own shop, they will visit your shop. Best way to sell. Okay, apart from Amazon.live, of course. Okay, so let's hide that. Come back to me again. So I've now decreased the load on my computer, and hopefully you will now be happy. If you're watching on Facebook and you're on my Facebook page, I'm also in my Facebook group. If you're watching there, thank you. If you want to comment, please do. I'll show your comments on screen. We're not yet integrated into Amazon Live, so I cannot show Amazon Live comments on screen. Just a little bit, this broadcast that you're watching now, I'm going to change the layout of the screen to that one. Okay, don't need so much territory. Okay, so this show is always about cameras, microphones, lighting, headphones, and action. And I'll come back to action in a minute because I'm going to take a swerve here. We're not going to talk about those things. If I stop that with that, my interests include desktop and mobile broadcasting, live selling, and broadcasting to our websites. You've just seen broadcasting to our websites just now. If you have any questions on any aspect of anything that I'm showing you, then please do ask. Okay, I'm no way of contacting you. You can ask a question. I will see it afterwards. If I don't see it when I'm live, I'll try my best to answer it. If not in this broadcast, in the next broadcast. And a point we'll keep going to, and I'm just going to edit that. If I take that off screen, let's just switch that off. And if you have questions, I want to hide that. Okay, I just want to change this for a moment. I'd like this to scroll at the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to make it scroll at the bottom of the screen. There you are. It's my belief, and this is where I'm coming from. Broadcasting live is the best way to deliver your message on social media. It is, bar none. Going live is the best way to actually deliver your message. Okay, let's go to the carousel for a moment. Now, as I say, if you click anything in the carousel, you'll get more information about it. Just a couple of things whilst I'm going through. Oh, sorry about leaning over. When I take my Surface Book 2, okay, and I detach it, I take the top off, and it becomes a tablet. Then this is very useful. This beautifully designed is a Microsoft Surface Book 2 pen. Now it works on any screen which is touchable. Yeah? And it's just, the weight is good. It's not heavy. It's neither too heavy or too light. It's like I was going to say it's like the porridge in the story, but it's not. This is, I just love using this. You can write with it. Okay, it's so totally amazing. So that's the pen. And if you get a Surface Book 2, I'm just going to put it back. I don't want to lose it. And it is magnetic, and it just attaches to the tablet side. Okay. Now, the other thing I can show you is this. I can show you the back of this. Have you guessed what it is yet? Can you guess? Okay. This, I'll show you properly next week. This is my iPad now, and it's down in the carousel at the moment. I'm a Windows Android man. I enjoy, well, in fact, I've been Windows since Windows came out, which is a while ago, and Android phones. But in order to go live here today on Amazon Live, I needed to have either an iPhone or an iPad. I plumped, which is a good British word, plumped. I chose the iPad, and I'm blown away by how intuitive and how powerful the iPad is. And the amazing thing about the iPad is I never switch it off. I never have to switch it off. I put it into charge overnight, but I never, ever, in fact, it's difficult to find the off button on an iPad. It lasts so long on a charge. And the number of apps available, well, we all know. I mean, I had one of the original iPods, and that's how far I'd probably look around the shelves. I could find it. It's not on Amazon at the moment. You can get the latest version of iPod on Amazon, and if you click on the iPad, you might get a link to it. If you click on the link, then nothing happens. It's just if you come across it by accident. Just while we're here, and that's something I do forget to do, and I'm just going to go through, because you're with me and you're listening to me on Amazon. I do want to say thank you. I just want to point out a few things. I showed you the mouse earlier. The mouse today is 30% off. If you click the link in the carousel, I've got to get better at this presenting, Mark. About that. There. No, okay. The mouse is 30% off. Okay. The pen, I'm not going to reach for it again, but the pen is 32% off. If you click the link in the carousel, you get 32% off the pen. Other reductions on the broadcast today, I've not mentioned it, but it is behind me, and that's my green screen. I do a lot of background removal in my live broadcasts, and I use a green screen to do it. This is the Polytech reversible green screen, which is green on one side, blue on the other. You can either have a stand, or mine's propped up against my wall. Okay, so I didn't get a stand. Well, I got a stand, but I didn't need it, so I sent it back and I got a refund. The Polytech reversible stand, if you click the link in the carousel, is 13% off. Okay. Now, the next item is one of my favorites, and I would love to show you a photograph, but it is down in the carousel. I'm just going to talk about it for a moment. Okay, I'm broadcasting live at the moment. Other people are using the internet. So it's important that we have a good Wi-Fi signal throughout the house. I live in a stone-built house, and it would be costly to actually wire it, okay, with Cat5 cable. So we're dependent on Wi-Fi, and the signal you're seeing today is a Wi-Fi signal. But we use the Deco. Now, to give you an explanation, which Chris has said before, Chris, if you're watching, I apologize in advance. Before we got the Deco, our internet was not the best. We live in a rural area. Despite being a town of 23,000 people, we don't have the best internet in the world. And we don't live in the right place. Well, we do live in a beautiful place, but it's not the right place for the internet. So we can't control the internet coming into the building, but we can control how the internet is spread throughout the building. TP-Link Deco, which is a British product, I'm proud to say, is the best way that we have found. And we plugged it in, it's plug and play, plug it into your router, put the units around the property, they log themselves in, and you're off and running. Now, before we got the TP-Link, we used to watch, we're on Amazon Prime, of course, and we used to watch videos on Amazon Prime films. And if we watched a 1 hour, 30-minute video, it would take 2 hours. I've mixed that up now. If we watched a 1 hour, 30-minute video, it would take 2 hours because of all the buffering. Now we've got the TP-Link, we can watch a video. A 90-minute video takes 90 minutes. I'm gonna have to rehearse that, or am I over rehearsed on that? Okay, so TP-Link Deco, which is down in the carousel at the moment, I and my friends actually recommend that as being a way to get Wi-Fi where you don't want to drill holes in a pristine property. Then the Wi-Fi, the Deco Wi-Fi, which is down in the carousel, is today, if you click the link in the carousel, it is 16% off. Yeah. If you go directly to the page, you might get different. Okay. Other discounts whilst we're going through today, and I can't see anything else that's on discount at the moment. Okay, so those are the discount. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I found another one on discount. This is good. I've got the iPad down there. The video that you're actually watching today, I use a Logitech Brio camera. I started off with, when I started broadcasting 6 years ago, I used the internal camera, and I thought it was fantastic. We all did. Then we went to Logitech C920, which is the best-selling camera. A lot of broadcasters actually use C920. It's absolutely brilliant. I then switched to Logitech Brio, and Logitech Brio is the best camera I've had. Now, I could go beyond this. I could get a DSLR camera. I could get a PTZ camera. But I'm at the moment happy with my Brio. I mean, we're on this journey. We all want to get the best equipment that we can for our broadcasting studio. And we upgrade and we upgrade. We don't do everything at one go. We do everything piecemeal. So you upgrade your camera, you upgrade your microphone, you upgrade your lighting. Yeah, you do it stage by stage. And I upgraded to the Logitech Brio, and believe you me, it's a brilliant choice. It can do 4K, so you could record in 4K. I can only broadcast in 720, but you can see that in 720, it's giving a darn good picture. And the other thing I want to mention, honorable mention. Okay, now I was watching. Stephen, what do you do in the morning? In the morning, I watch Amazon Live because I'm in the UK. I'm 5 hours behind you. So I can watch the early morning shows. When you're asleep, I'm watching Amazon Live. And I caught a show this morning, which was very interesting, which was an informative show. It's educational. And we were talking about sound and sound quality. Now, I'm using the Audio-Technica AT2020 microphone, which is currently highlighted down in the carousel. Click on the link for more information, for reviews and for videos about it. And I could possibly, this is possible, that at this very moment, this video, if you click the link, this video could well be featured on the Audio Technica page. This is the marvel that is Amazon Live, that I'm talking about a product and it's on the product page. Okay. I started when I started with microphone. I started with the internal microphone on the PC. Then I went to an external microphone. Then I went to a Pearl microphone because Udemy recommended it. And then after the Pearl microphone, I got a microphone which is sat upstairs because it just wasn't right. It took me a while to find out. Excuse me. It took me a while to find out why it wasn't right, but it wasn't right. And now I'm using the Audio Technica AT2020. Now, you have been listening to the Audio Technica 2020. Now, given that this microphone sound is traveling to be live, then it's traveling to OneStream, then it's traveling to Amazon Live, it's gone on a journey, and then it's going through your speakers on your mobile phone or on your desktop. You're getting an idea of the quality of this microphone just simply by watching this broadcast. And the best way to actually discover the microphone that's right for you is to watch other people's broadcasts, which is why I watch Amazon Live whilst you're asleep. Yeah, believe me, people broadcasting Amazon Live at 6 a.m. Eastern time. I'm not suggesting you stay up to watch them, but there are people broadcasting at 6 a.m. Eastern time. And to me, that's 11 a.m. So it makes it brilliant to actually just watch it. Right. Okay. So we've done. You will never forget the demonstration of the Ipevo stand. Or the headphones from Aftershocks. Or the collapsible Microsoft mouse. It still works when you put it back on. Okay. And you possibly did hear the click then. Basically, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching live today. Back tomorrow, if I can find the card. Well, I can say it simply. I'm live at 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. Monday, I have a co-host, Nick Wood, from Farnborough, England. Tuesday is me. Wednesday is me. Okay. We are, just wait for the drum roll. If it was Marco, do a drum roll. Lights, Camera, Action is the show. And you can find us on this page, live or in the upcoming broadcasts. We're live at 9 a.m. Eastern every day. We appreciate your company. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate your time that you spent with us. I want to say thank you to Be Live, to OneStream Live, and to Amazon Live for this broadcast being able to take place today. I want to say to you that I always have a blast going live and talking to you about live broadcasting, because that's what I'm all about. And I'll leave you with a thought. Broadcasting live is the best way to deliver your message on social media. It is the best way. Go live. Don't think about it. Just go live. From Stephen in Wiltshire in England. It's been my pleasure to broadcast today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern. Goodbye for now.